Serena Williams turns match around to win at French Open. Sure, the bad backhand put her behind only 15-30 at the outset of the second set of her opening match at Roland Garros on Monday. What made the miscue so she reacted by throwing her head back and letting out a scream. Then she stepped to. Williams arrived in Paris, having withdrawn from each of her past two tournaments because of a bulky left knee, and the one before that because of illness. She had played only. That goal seemed even further from her grasp with the way things began in court. Philippe Chatrier against Diachenko, a Russian who hits two-fisted shots off both sides and upset Maria Sharapova at Wimbledon last year. Williams arrived on court with a black and white jacket bearing words such as champion, queen, goddess, and mother in French. She made her return to slam competition in Paris a year ago after missing 5 majors because of the birth of her first child. Williams pulled out on Monday. She did not show obvious signs of her recent knee problem in the early going. But she didn't look up. Could the nearly impossible happen? Could Williams lose? But once Williams recalibrated everything, she took over. After 14 Diachenko sat at changeovers with a towel covering her head, as if embarrassed to be seen there. Earlier on day 2 of the clay court tournament, Caroline Wozniacki went from playing a perfect set to quickly fading away against an opponent who had never previously won a Grand Slam match. In a performance emblematic of a difficult season, Wozniacki, a former number 1 and last year's Australian Open champion, lost in the first round 0-6, 6-3, 6-3 to 68th ranked Veronika Kudermetova of Russia. Definitely. The way up then way down showing by Wozniacki stretched her losing streak to 4 matches and dropped her 2019 record to 9-8. Another past Grand Slam champion dropped out of the field when 2-time Wimbledon winner Petra Kvitova withdrew because of an injured left forearm. The left-hander said the arm had been bothering her for some time, and during practice Sunday, suddenly. In other action, Rafael Nadal began his bid for a record 12th championship in Paris, and Novak Djokovic got started on his quest for a 4th consecutive major trophy with easy wins. Nadal was a bit shaky in the very first game against 184th-ranked German qualifier Yannick Handmann, facing 4 break points, but he saved them all and didn't face another the rest of the way for a 6-2, 6-1, 6-3 victory. Nadal's feared forehand was not at its dangerous best, accounting for more unforced errors 11 than winners 9. Djokovic also needed under 2 hours to reach the second round, running his Grand Slam winning streak to 22 matches by getting past 44th-ranked Hubert Hurkacz of Poland 6-4, 6-2, 6-2. But number 32 seed Frances Tiafoe of the US, a quarter-finalist at the Australian Open in January, threw up a couple of times and his game came apart late in a 6-2, 4-6, 6-3, 3-6, 6-0 loss to Filip Krajinovic of Serbia. Obviously. Other seeded players on the way home included number 12 Daniil Medvedev, who was eliminated 4-6, 4-6, 6-3, 6-2, 7-5 by Pierre-Hugues Herbert, and number 15 Nicolas Basilashvili on the men's side, along with number 18 Julia Gorges on the women's. More AP Tennis https://apnews.com/apftennis and https://twitter.com/apsports. Related slideshow Best of the French Open provided by Iman.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.